Here we go. Just gonna grab some coffee and kind of start the day. I don't know. Well, who knows? Don't know why it wasn't working at first. Don't really know the answer to everything. So all I really know is I need to wake up and start this out. It's a little different going live when I'm not at work. I noticed when I'm at work, I can't really pay attention to the chat, and people actually come through, and they come through the chat. And when I'm just hanging out here, not too many people come through. I mean, a few people will, I'd say. But overall, I've been noticing how more people will stay engaged when I'm at work. But we'll just kind of see how it goes. So, I mean, it's still new, and it really is early for this area around here. So I might not catch a lot of people in this area, but there's a few people that said they would come through, and there always is a few people. So, hey, and another thing, I remember to put the mic on today, all that. Getting kind of, getting used to it. I even have all this set up a little bit better today. I have my mic on. I usually don't even have my mic. So that's a plus right there. Got everything set up a little bit better. I can pay attention to the chat, but hey, I don't know who's in here, but like I said a minute ago, when I'm at work, more people kind of come through and talk, and I can't really engage with the chat because I'm at work. And I noticed a time or two I went live here, nobody really even says a whole lot. So it's kind of that yin and yang thing. Like I'm at work usually live, and I can't really get to the messages that come in. For that reason, I just pay attention to what I'm doing. But like right now, if anyone wants to comment anything, feel free to. I'm not hard to get along with. So I was gonna talk about checking out recapping the Colts game. I was gonna go into the other room in a minute and practice some guitar, but I realized with this mic, the guitar doesn't sound very good. I have another mic, like more of a condenser mic for that. Hey, I appreciate the love there. But yeah, so this mic picks up the guitar pretty, it doesn't sound good. So the condenser mic would hook up to my phone, but I just I might check that out later. But right now I'm just really about to get some coffee. I don't know what anyone else is doing. Maybe around here you're kind of doing the same. But if anyone wants to say anything. Like I said, when I'm at work at my shop, I'm just kind of live streaming. I do a lot of not every single haircut is on the live. I quickly realized that's not going to happen, and so here and there I put some of that on. I've had a few people ask me if oh yeah, I'm just waking up, but yeah, I'm good, man. Vamp 9. Actually, the other day I got into a car accident, so I'm still a little sore from that. But oh yeah, how's it going? I mean, I don't know where you're at or what's up, but hey, I appreciate the comment. I'm just kind of, I've really only been going live a couple weeks, so yeah, things are new. Hell, I usually don't even have my mic hooked up. I usually forget it. Just like move on. Fuck. But yeah, I appreciate the comment, and I don't know, if you watch like the NFL or whatever, but I mean, I usually check out like the Colts games, and that's about it. Hey, what's up, everyone? I try to catch people and let them know. I do go live at work, so and I have a trip coming up at the end of the year. I'll be on that. So if anyone does want to subscribe, hey, I appreciate it. And I mean, if you have a channel that you use, or if that's I'm still waking up. If that's your channel, I'll check it out. Hey, right on, man. Going to school, learn something. Well, learn whatever they're teaching you. I was always big into studying, for sure. Hey, I appreciate you coming through, and like I said, I do go live when I'm at work, and I'll get everything worked out eventually with that. But I'm trying to look at this. I don't really I don't really have a lot of videos on my channel. I just I just put a few on there, and I almost took them off and deleted them because I'm not big on editing. I'm not really big on rehearsing anything. I just get it done. So I left that on there for contrast. Hey, I appreciate you coming through. If you're still in here, and I know at first things will go, up and down, and yeah, like I said, I subscribe to people's channels, and I'm a public subscriber. So if you see you'll see me in there. Edit cuts. So you'll see me hit you up if you even follow your subscribers, or you might have too many to follow. But hey, I appreciate you doing that for sure, and it's pretty easy to remember, so I'll remember that one. If anyone else does subscribe, let me know so I can go in and hit you back, because that's really what I try to do. I think if everyone supports everyone a little better, we'll all make some progress. And usually I'm throw a little of this in my coffee. I don't know if anyone you know, uses cacao powder, but they claim it's good for you. It's Chocolate's older uncle that's experienced life. They just give them advice, and then they're not too sweet. See, it even says it's better body. But you know, we throw that in there in the morning. I try to eat right. This cacao powder is probably going to be the closest thing to anything sweet I eat for, who knows, probably the rest of my life. I'm not big on eating like cakes and cookies and shit like that. I'm not against anyone that does. I always forget. Everyone takes things a little differently. Hell yeah. That's where I'm at. I already got the water on. Yeah, I will. Hot tub time with your mom. Hey, I'll let her know, and then if you let your mom know, we can like swap moms. That'd be sweet. I'm just glad my mom's still alive, or I'd be like letting you know about it. But yeah, we can always do that for sure. You just let me know where you're at. You might know where I'm at. I think I've said it a few times, but so I don't really care about that too much. I have a feeling though that you're somewhere across the pond. Let me know if my feelings are right, because I'm a pretty good like filler. I can fill you out through a message. I used to work with a guy that told me he felt like I had some type of like ESP, because and I think a lot of times with him, I just knew what he was about to say, because he'd always talk about the same stuff, and sometimes I didn't want to hear it. So he'd be across the room about to open his mouth and just be like, yeah. Yep. I know. I know what you're saying. I just listen. So when you listen to someone for 5 days a week, it might eventually feel like you have ESP when you're like anticipating their words. That's why I like to change it up a little bit. I don't want to be too predictable. Besides, being a better person every day, I try to think about, other people and the way that they think and the way that they feel, because I don't, obviously I don't think like everyone else. But when you do what I do for a living, you do realize a lot of people think the same way. They really do. They overthink. They get a little bit too nervous. They're a little bit too worried at times. I don't worry about a whole lot. Hey, sugar daddy, man, you never let me know like how we're gonna swap moms. I was really getting excited about that. Not really. But yeah, I mean, at this point, you probably have better luck with my wife. Yeah. See, there we go. That's a little bit more of an in-depth, that's what I'm saying. I was wondering where he was going. I guess he just went on. It was like a drive-by. Hot tub time with your mom. I'm gonna do that. I'll remember. If Sugar Daddy ever goes live, I'll be in there. Hey, peace out. Kind of like when you're driving down the road and you yell at someone. Huh? That's what I do. You don't have to retract your message, man. I get it. I mean, I like to joke around, even when people are serious. Because what I do for a living, I'm around a lot of serious people. So they take every word you say for like fucking gold. Even though a lot of times I deal with a lot of people, so I just I kind of keep it simple and I just joke around. So, it is what it is. I've always been, when I was younger, I'd go to a lot of events, like me and a bunch of people, we'd go to like a lot of concerts, a lot of like, music festivals. And I was a ultimate like troll before they had them. Like I would like get people's attention, that way, just by saying any random thing I could. And but what people didn't realize is like I cared to like interact with them. So sometimes if it even made them upset, they'd get over there and like a second later they'd understand that like no, actually, see, I just pulled you over here, have a good day. But I don't really go to a lot of concerts anymore. I think because well, I mean, for one, I kind of got older, stopped hanging out with a lot of people for any reason you could think of. When people do you wrong several times, you just quit hanging out with them. But I went to a few concerts over the summer. I actually went to a few concerts like right there on the TV. I'm pretty big into buying fish live shows. So I'm looking forward to New Year's Eve because that's funny. I'm really looking forward to New Year's Eve because I won't be here, but wherever I'll be watching that damn fish live. I'll be in a different country, so I hope their damn internet works good. People don't realize that sometimes the internet don't work very good here, and you have like fiber optic. But in other places, no, this summer I watched a handful of them. I don't care what people think. I watched like 6 or 7 Fish shows this summer, and I felt like the best one that I saw anyway was the one they just kind of did recently at the Bourbon and Beyond. I mean, people kind of hate when they do. Everyone's different, but that Bourbon and Beyond show, when was it? In September. It was just. I really enjoyed that. No, Jesse, I didn't watch that one. Like I was saying, I plan on checking out one of those Madison Square Garden on New Year's. They do all the New Year's Eve shows, so I'll be checking one of those out. But I liked that one. It was the Bourbon and Beyond Festival. Just the set list was crazy. I don't care what people think. I mean, I like when they do a bunch of random songs that not many people like, or we'll reword this. Not many people may have heard of. You know, I like shows like that. I've been to a lot of shows like that where they might do like 4 songs, the entire set, you know, entire hour and a half set, and it's only 4 songs. But I just liked how they rolled through that Bourbon and Beyond show. It was pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, I've been to a lot of live shows, like just any type of artist, and Fish does just a lot of crazy stuff with their light show, and sometimes I'll be at the shows just watching the light rigging, because it's just crazy the way their rigging will go all around. It's like they put a lot into it, and then they play, you know, every show they play over 3 hours. Like it's not like they have openers, or they're not playing like hour shows. They're playing for like an hour and a half, taking a break, and coming back out. So, I mean, when I was younger, like my older brother, he was always like a real big Fish fan. He went to some Fish shows in like the 90s, and I didn't really like them just because it wasn't my kind of music at the time. But after like the first or second show I went to with him, that was kind of it. I was like, you know, then you dive deeper into it, and you know, they're all really good musicians. I've been to a few shows where they'll just rotate, you know, like they just rotate around, like, so the drummer will be coming up and playing the bass, and you know, they just rotate around in a circle. It's just cool as hell to see stuff like that. You know, I'm sure other bands do that, but I don't know. It's pretty cool to see Trey singing and playing guitar and going back and playing drums, and they're all kind of circling around. But yeah, I always check those out because I like that music. It just it does something for you, you know. It's like it kind of takes you on a ride, so to speak. And I don't really do drugs like that. I'm not the babysitter when we go to shows, but last year we went to 3 or 4, camped out, and you know, I was telling my oldest daughter went one night, and I was like, you know, we don't do anything that you see here because it's just not recommended. But I don't care what people do though, so I just I don't judge anyone, so I can get along with someone that's like completely messed up, you know, because I have been there before, obviously, but it's been a long time ago, so I know how to like approach someone that might be all tripping or anything like that. But yeah, last summer my brother was camped out for quite a few fish shows, and I just go up there because I'm not big into the partying, and I'm really not big into fucking camping out on the ground. Hey, what's up, man? Hey, I appreciate you coming through. We was somehow just talking about fish shows for a minute. Did you ever go did you ever go to a fish show with like me or Brandon, or I'm trying to remember. I know we went to a lot of stuff over the years together, me and you. But I can't remember if we ever went to a fish show together. I always bring up the time me and you and Brandon went to Bob Dylan, and he don't remember that like at all. It's not even like a memory in his in his mind. He's like, "Are you sure?" Like, yeah, I'm sure. I'm positive that we went, because I was just praying we were going to make it home. Do you remember that? No. Sometimes my memory is like too good. I mean, I don't know. Like, I hate it. I hate it sometimes. I don't really hate it, but when you talk to someone and you clearly remember what you did, like whatever 10 years ago, and they're like, "How do you remember that?" Like, I don't know. I just do. One thing I noticed about this mic that I don't really like is it picks up all that the noise. I can kind of do without that. I hate those people that I don't hate them, but it's like people that do that on purpose. They do the whatever kitty thing that is. They're like eating into the mic. I can't really stand that. But yeah, I appreciate you dropping a comment, man. Hey, Jesse, I don't know. I guess I just know someone else named Jesse Herbert. I don't know if it's you. My bad. I keep thinking I need to turn more lights on. Hey, what's up, man? Yeah, see, I was wondering because I was like looking, and that was kind of a good guess. Hang on a second. That was kind of a good guess, but no, you're way off. Anyway, do you live in Russia? Was that like the connection? Oh, I don't even know what you. um, I don't even really know what you mean by Westerner. Um, I just I'm bad at labeling people. I just believe everyone's kind of like, you know, on Earth. If you're alive right now, like you, you're just here on Earth. Unfortunately, we have to label everything and like divide everything and like make sure you have all this proper paperwork to go somewhere that's fucking it's here, you know, in this present day. It's crazy. But Jesse, yeah, man. Yeah, I don't know if you do anything on YouTube here, but if you want to, I subscribe to people. I don't know if you have like a channel you do anything on, but I'll subscribe to it for sure. I do a lot of. Well, yeah. I mean, I'm a free like human being. You know. We all really should be though, even if we don't think we are, because I am a like firm believer in if I got to keep going into that, but I'm like I believe that, you know, God's kind of in control of everything. So I don't really pay attention to politics. I'm not really going to talk about like things like that, political stuff, you know, things you can't control. I know I can control what I do, and I mean, I hope we're kind of vibing here because no, I'm not from Russia though, or I don't live in Russia. Do you live in Russia though? I'm just wondering. Now I'm curious. Maybe you're referring to a Westerner as like someone that lives in the United States. Unfortunately, that's where I'm at. And there's good and bad with everything. Like all my wife's family live in Mexico, and I've spent months at a time, in Mexico, and I used to be like, hey, I would live here, you know, I would move here, I'd live here. But if you spend, hey, what's up, man? What's up? Hey, I appreciate you coming back through. I seen you the other day. But yeah, I mean, people think the United States is bad or whatever. They think like the government's bad and whatever they think, they're crazy. Because if you ever go anywhere, I'm talking like any country besides here, you'll realize that like it could get way worse. it could be very, very bad. Like the only time I've ever been in Mexico and felt like worried, honestly, and I know everybody's experiences are different, but was when I was approached by a police officer. Like I was so worried, like I thought he was going to snag me up and just fucking make me disappear into some Mexican jail. But I was like hanging out in front of this barber shop because like I have a barber shop. Man, hang on a second. Oh no. Hey Jesse, if you're still in here and you want to subscribe, like I was saying, I'll check you out, man. I appreciate you coming through, and there's several people that you know come through that we've known and all. But anyway, Yeah, when I was hanging out in front of that barber shop in Mexico, yeah, man, I'll check it out. Is it right here? Is it like, can I find you by at Jesse Herbert? I don't check the channels. Well, I guess I'll probably check it before I cut the live. I've noticed that. I'll check it out either way for sure. But yeah, this guy was smoking weed on the just on the street, whatever. He was just smoking weed in front of the barber shop down there in Mexico, and I was just waiting on a haircut, talking to the guy that owned it, and the fucking police pulled up, and they was just looking right at me like maybe I did something. So the dude that I was talking to there, he just like told me to go in, and he like ushered me in the door real quick, and the fucking cops were like, they were staring at me like the whole time through the window. I was like, oh my God, I'm about to just be standing on the street, minding my business and get like arrested and hauled off to some fucking crazy ass jail in Mexico. And he was talking to him forever. And but I could see the guy through the window, like trying to like, assure me that he's, talking him out of like robbing me or whatever they're attempting to do. And about 20 minutes went by and the cop still had to come in, and he was I speak Spanish, so he was like, I smell weed in here, blah blah blah. And he was still looking at me, and I was like, fuck, I didn't even now I need to go back out here and smoke some weed. I was just standing there like enjoying the breeze, smelling the weed. And that was the one time out of all the times and all the months and months I've spent in Mexico that I was like really worried that I was about to get hemmed up. I wasn't scared of cartel. I've been in areas where they don't hide drug dealing in a lot of them areas. So, I mean, I've been in cartel areas down there where it's like, ooh, keep moving. But I've never felt worried, like, I mean, I guess if I was looking for drugs, it'd been easy to find. But that's the only time I was ever about scared to death. So I was thinking, shit, how do I call people from, I don't even know no one's numbers. I'm gonna be fucking trapped in here. Anymore, you don't remember phone numbers. You got to put the country code. I remember the country code now. It's +52 because I'm never gonna get in that situation. I'm just, if I ever need to dial out, you got to hit that. So yeah, I mean, things can get rough in a hurry. Things can get tough. But I've never really feared, anything. I was just sitting there planning my afternoon, and then I was thinking, damn, now I'm going to have to be planning how to get out of jail in Mexico. Son of a bitch. But I really like I always go to this barber shop and get my hair cut when I'm down there, and that dude was like, he was right on it. Like when he seen him roll up, he was like, put me inside, because I think he knew what was maybe going to happen. Because that's what people say. You'll see cops sitting in weird spots, like at night down there. You'll see them sitting like under bridges in like a little dark area, because you have to worry about the police in Mexico. That might be a lot of places though. Really, I mean, you let me know where you're from. Do you have Roman there? You have to worry about the police or gangs? Because hell, I can get along with a gang. I can get along with police, but I just know that they might arrest me and keep me locked up. The worst thing that can happen when you're hanging around a gang is hell, you might get shot and killed. Then you'd be on to like a better life anyway. Fuck. But okay. Now, hell yeah, man. And I wasn't offended about the Russia thing. Does it look like I live in Russia? I don't know. I bet my heat would be pumping like a motherfucker if I was in Russia right now. Texas. Hell yeah. Yeah. South Texas, like I used to have some family that lived around Brownsville, Texas. The place I'm talking about that I go to and I'll be going to and at the end of the year is south of El Paso. So I've done a lot of I used to have family that lived in Brownsville. I've been there several times. I've been all over Texas for sure. I've been traveled through Texas. It's one hell of a trip. I like it though, because when you get into like that Texarkana area from where I'm at, you go that way. So when you get into like the Texarkana area, it's like trees and shit like that. And then you keep going, and then you see the landscape just completely change. That's the one thing that I like about Texas. It's so big. You get like 3 different terrains of the country in that state. Like you'll be in green trees, and then when you get all the way out west, you're in the fucking desert. Palm trees in the mountains. But my wife, I think she's crazy or something. She wants to like drive all the time. It's like that's too far. It's just too long of a drive for me. It's thousands and thousands of miles, and I fly. I'm a flyer. But yeah, that's the one thing I like about traveling the country, and especially right through there. Because if you get a little further south and because Dallas is kind of not real far north, but you get in that spot, you just see it all change. I remember the first time I drove through like I was coming up on like Amarillo, Texas, and I'd been driving forever, so like and this has been years ago, so maybe I had been up or something too. But this has been a while ago. But I was like, what the fuck is that? I kept looking out at something way out in the distance, and I thought it was like a tire recycling place or something because it was so far off. It's like, what the hell is that? And then when I got closer, I realized it was like someone said, it was probably moving day or buying and selling day at like a cattle ranch. And those things were like so packed up together when you were seeing them from like 10 miles away. I mean, yeah. I wouldn't believe that. You'll never see me like because I have a house in Mexico, but you'll never see me there like, yeah, I'm gonna move here. Like I mentioned a little bit ago, I'm good with that. fun place to visit, but I would never live there. You have to worry about the cops pulling you over and robbing you. I mean, like, man, put me in a cartel area so I feel safe. Yeah. I'm fucking having more fun in the Mexican hood around all the drug dealers. Get me out and gonna get nabbed up by the cops. But yeah, man. But really, staying on the Texas subject, because I actually have been all over the damn country here, and I would move. I really would move to like El Paso. Like, there's not many places that I've been to. Like, I would move here, but I don't know. I just like El Paso, Texas. It's right on the border. You feel a little safer there. The police don't bother you. I walk around a little more freely out through there, like you said. You know, like, walk around freely. That's a plus. But yeah, my wife's family is like south of Juarez, so it's like the little house that we have down there is out of the city, out of Juarez, thank God, and it's more on the edge of the city in the desert, and like that, still in like the Rocky Mountain range. And last year I had my daughter down there, my oldest daughter. I wouldn't take my youngest daughter quite yet, but she kept wanting to go in the mountains, because how younger people are, they're going to take pictures. And, like I told her, maybe if we were in Texas, we would do that. But you're still not understanding. We are not in Kansas anymore. Or I'm not from Kansas, but what was that? Dorothy? And that's finally what my wife's sister was telling her, like, it could be dangerous up in there. We're not going to the mountains. But yeah, I appreciate you coming through. I was saying earlier, I usually go live when I'm at work, but I was talking to someone. I thought maybe I was, maybe I wasn't. And they said this would be a good time to go live, but still haven't seen them. I've seen a few people that I know, though, commenting, and that's pretty cool. I'll take that. Yeah, I like Colorado for sure. I like that area there. A lot of people say Colorado is really expensive, like to live. And that's kind of what attracts me to like El Paso and those areas around the border. Yeah, there's because I own a barber shop, so I talk to a lot of people, and there are a lot of people like moving out of Colorado because, like they say, it's really expensive to live there, and there's not a whole lot of job opportunity. So you almost have to have some kind of, I don't know what you do, but you almost have to have some kind of like remote job, or you got to have something decent. Like if you're going out there and just looking for a job, it'd be hard to live around there. That's kind of like why I like El Paso. That's what keeps me here. Like the cost of living is pretty low still compared to the rest of the country right here. So, but yeah, I've talked to a lot of people that have moved around here, that got out of Colorado, California. People, yeah, for sure. I mean, that's true. Like, I don't overextend myself. I never have, though. But yeah, a lot of people are moving out of California, Colorado, Arizona, New York, any of those, Illinois, like any of those states where the taxes are really high and everything's more expensive. A lot of them are coming right here. And hell, they're making me customers. So but you just notice those things if you pay attention to people. You find out where they're from. There's not a whole lot of people, even in Illinois, happy. Yeah, or more. You know, it's crazy. Yeah, there's. I knew a girl that went to college out there, and it was like that. Yeah, it was. It's been years ago, but you know, she's like $3,000 a month just to have a little bitty ass apartment. Hell, I don't even pay $1,000 a month for this fucking house. I mean, and I own it. You know, it's mine. So that's kind of one of the reasons I stay here, because if you look, you know, I didn't want to buy this house for a while, just because the area it's in, like, you get people coming around trying to steal shit off your porch, or they're just, it's like anywhere. It's not in the greatest neighborhood, but I couldn't pass up the price. And I mean, for like a 5-bedroom house, you know, it was like a no brainer. Yeah, that's coming up. So I've been thinking about that, because like with my business and in here, yeah, property taxes is fucking ridiculous. It's just, they're going to tax you till you die. I mean, someone's sitting around right now thinking of more ways to tax more stuff. They're like, have we exhausted all the taxes? Let me think. Next we'll have new tire tax. They'll pull you over. You don't have brand new tires on your car, and we're going to charge you for that. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous. I pay a whole lot in taxes. I don't like them. But yeah, it's the illusion of ownership. But you be paying taxes the rest of your damn life. But yeah, Florida seems like they have some pretty decent stuff down there. I wouldn't, like I said, I wouldn't ever move to Florida. My grandparents lived in Destin, Florida, my whole life, and I liked going when I was younger, and when I got a little bit older, I was just like, I'll skip the Destin, Florida, and I'll see them when they come up here. I like I like a dry climate. So Florida is a little bit too humid. Hell yeah, man. Yeah, I appreciate you coming through for sure. But yeah, I'm just like I said, I'm usually at work. I was kind of glad I went live because I could pay more attention to the chat. So I appreciate that, man. And yeah, if you ever see me on here, hop on. And like I told someone earlier, I subscribe to people. So I think we can all kind of subscribe together, and work to whatever goal we're working to. So I appreciate it, man. I do for sure. And I have some channel goals, but I'll let you go, and then maybe here down the road we'll talk about that. But hey, thanks, man. I like to interact with everyone, really. Oh. But yeah, I'm a public subscriber. So like when I go and hit subscribe on your channel, if you look at that stuff, you'll see my channel on there. I'm pretty open and honest. So like pretty much what I say is what I mean. I don't have any hidden agendas or anything. It's all out there. I don't really hold a whole lot back. I always felt like honesty is the best policy. I've never really been a liar. I've never really been someone to try to, make people think I'm something that I'm not. Because, what do they say? The proof is in the pudding. So like I can prove what I say. I mean, I'm not going to say anything I can't prove. I'll just reword that. I know I said it a time or two, but this is live and it's still a little early. I don't even know if I finished this coffee. But yeah, it was cool talking to fucking dude there and Jesse earlier. That was pretty cool. I'm gonna remember to try to look at some of these channels when I do cut this. I got in a car accident the other day, so I'm still a little bit sore. I was gonna go for a walk after I got done here, but I think I'm gonna try to straighten this song out. I've been working on. I think I have it like how I want it to sound, but I always change it. Like I change and I'm just messing around with it, but I change the wording, or I change the sound, or I can play it completely different. I guess if you play music, you know what I'm saying. Just kind of testing it all out. I know it won't be perfect, but try to be a little bit more happy with stuff before I really get into like taking any extra steps. I used to do a lot of recording, and I had years ago in another house, I had like a room, more like a music room set up with actual expensive equipment, and I would spend like I'd work all night on something, and I'd like the sun would be rising, and I'm like, oh damn, I got to go to work. I'd spend days like recording and listening and recording, and like I mean, I had months and endless hours wrapped up in that, and I got robbed, and all that shit got stolen from me. Some crackhead probably traded a year's worth of my work in for a fucking gram of crack. So it just derailed that. For one, that was really expensive to go out and buy all that, and I just never went and bought it again. But I'm doing a little bit with some cheaper stuff just to see if I get the motivation I had then. But back then I had my daughter. I had my youngest daughter. And it was hard to think about forever. Like, I think that's one of the reasons why I didn't mess with it. And I'm glad I didn't kill the guy that robbed me. I really am. He sees me and he turns around and goes the other way anymore. Because I knew who robbed me. Because I was told, it's not a big town here, and I know a lot of people, so it only took just a few hours to figure out actually who really robbed me. And but yeah, I had my daughter recorded on and she was like in kindergarten. So this kindergarten aged girl so I try not to think about it because it makes me want to. I'm not a revenge kind of guy anymore. I'm past that. The guy clearly understands. I mean business. I had to get over it, type of thing. But I had my daughter recorded on some songs that I wrote for her to sing, and she was getting used to it. She was only a little girl, and I didn't really foresee me getting robbed, so I didn't really save a whole lot of that at the time. I had it saved, some of it on my phone, but a bunch of stuff happened around the time of the robbery, and I don't think the phone really made it much further itself. But that was a rough one, and my daughter, I just remember the way she was. Like, she was, really kind of like, well, we're not gonna do that. No. So yeah, the guy's lucky. All I did was like about knocked him out there, just the one time. He's lucky I didn't do anything else to him. I felt real bad though, because I figured, this tough guy, he's gonna rob someone for crack or whatever he wanted to do, would be ready to, defend his legacy of being a crack smoking fucking thief. But no, he went down fairly quickly, and I felt bad. I did. I don't like fighting, so I felt really bad to see him all bloodied up from like one punch in the eye. He's probably like, whoa. And then I felt bad, and I was just like, and like I don't like getting mad because I have to stop. I hate getting mad. Like, I hate it. It's like I don't do it. I don't do anger no more because it's not me. Like I said, dude robbed me, and I could have really, really hurt him very, very bad, very quickly, but I didn't. I didn't do it, and I'm glad. My better judgment prevailed, and after that altercation, I was just like, hell, I just told him, hey, next time you see me, you just go the other way. So that's what he does to this day. Not saying I'm like, that's why I mentioned I don't like to fight. It's not saying I'm like some super badass, but you stole, you actually didn't just steal from me, you stole from my daughter. So, and who knows what that could have led into. So hit the big reset button on that. And it's crazy how you still think about something like that years later, because I know what I was doing, and it got all. That's how you lose stuff like that. You can't take anything for granted in this world at all in your life. I mean, I get waiting and filling stuff out and not wanting to be rushing into things, but I feel like life is to be every opportunity that you feel like you could take advantage of, that you have a good feeling about it, you should attempt to work that, work the good feeling, because there's a lot of bad, and a lot of bad things will happen pretty quick sometimes. So I just try to enjoy life, like, while I can. Several things that happen, like I have an eye disease that actually causes me to, like, I didn't today, but I could wake up and I could be losing my vision. I could wake up tomorrow, or hell, it could happen later today. It could happen at any time. That's why I live my life like I just want to enjoy things. I want to see things, and while I can, because without all the treatment I've had in my eyes, I would be blind. I would be completely blind right now, without all the medicine and injections in my eyes. Like, so that gives me a greater appreciation, I think, for life in general, and I do have 20/20 vision, and I always say that because I cut hair for a living, so I don't want people to think I can't see, because I go every month, and to stay on top of that. So I do have 20/20 vision, I appreciate everyone that come through. That was pretty cool to talk to a few people there. Honestly, not, if it wasn't as close to it, probably one of the coolest little chats I've had on this live since I've been doing it. And earlier to see a couple people that I don't really see too much, but I know. So that was pretty cool. I was telling myself this morning, who knows who's going to come through, because it's earlier right here, and I usually go live at work, and I can't talk to the chat. And I'm thinking, well, this is how my life goes. I'll be standing here able to talk to the chat, and probably won't get many people commenting. And it was pretty cool. That fucking I'm about to check that dude out. Check a few people out. I did look a minute ago, and I noticed I did get a few subscribers. This might be approaching. There was a stream about a week ago that I got like 5 or 6 subscribers on, like during the hour. I give credit to someone else really that helped me, I think, do that, but they don't. I don't know. I guess maybe they don't care. Maybe they do. Well, who knows? I'm still around, so I'll figure it out. But and it's all good. I'm not in a hurry. I'm not a person that pressures people to do things. I just, I'm just an honest person. So, like, I really just hope they know that I whatever I say, I mean, sincerely, and I can prove what I say. I'm never just going to be, and I never have been a person to talk, like, just say fucking random things. Usually what I say, I've either done it or I mean it. I don't just speak out in hypothetical land like a lot of people tend to do. And there's people I know that have told me they're going to do the same thing for years. And you stop like, you stop even like caring, like what they even say, it's just like, you've been telling me this for years. Like, I'm a type of person that if I say something, I do it. And you know it, because I put the action into it. I'm not about talk, really. I'm more about action, because I can back up everything I say. Some people can, I guess, so that's why you get that. You get people just thinking whatever they think. But I've never really liked just to talk aimlessly about something that I'm never going to do, I guess, because that's I've always tried to be a little different in that area. Man, I wish damn Roman was still on here. Son of a bitch. or Jesse. He was chatting it up. Jesse, yeah. That was pretty cool. I'm thinking about that because I didn't want to skip over that. Fuck. There's something I don't even think I ever got to it because someone else started talking to me. But I know that I'd assume that Roman's not in here. But I'm going to keep going on what he said there earlier. You do see those people that are in other parts of the world, like people from America and they talk about how great it is living up in Russia or something, and you're like, sure it is. Yeah, right. Um, because I know firsthand, like I've spent a lot of time in Mexico, and I would never move there. I like going there, and it's a beautiful country, and I mean I'm sure every country in the world has beauty of some sort somewhere, but and it's kind of a crappy thing. I've said this to my family, like my mom or people that's never really been out of the country. Unfortunately, the United States does have probably the best government, in the world. Unfortunately, it's not a cool thing. It's not like, we're number one. It's not like that. It's not like that at all. So I always think that, like, damn, it sucks that the United States has one of the better governments in the world, because it could be bad. But yeah, I haven't really even went over like the goal of this channel. I usually try to do that just at some point, so people understand that if you're kind of just in here um, and you don't really comment, but if you're just chilling, I always encourage people to subscribe, because I don't really need like money or anything myself. So I'm hoping to eventually grow this channel to help other people, really. So that is my main goal, to eventually be able to help other people, to donate more to cancer researches and charity groups. There's a few I can think of right off the top of my head that I would like to start donating to. I mean, in a higher volume of donations. I mean, I can hit them up all by myself, but if everyone else eventually gets on board, I think that'll be a way the world, can be a better place. And so that is one of the goals of this channel, is to get people subscribed up, so I can, eventually just send money to charity. I mean, and like I've mentioned several times through, if you watch anything that I have live, or just watch this, I'm an honest person. So and I prove what I do, what I say. I've always had to do that. Like, I think that's what's helped me. I've never been able to just say something and not do it. Like, I've never been able to be someone that just does not do what they say. Like, never in my life. You see a lot of people like that, but I'm not like that. Like, if I say something, I do it. Like, if I tell you something, I mean it, and I prove it. And that's that. That's just the way I live my life. That's for sure. So, not saying I'm better than anyone. I mean, I'm not. Am not better than anyone. And I'm not saying everyone's better than me, but I just try harder, and I really put, I think that's my heart, into everything that I do. I think that's why I've been successful for as long as I have cutting hair, because it's very rare to see someone cut hair for like their whole life. It takes a lot. You have to put up with a lot of different people. Some people can't put up with the money flow. Sometimes it's real good, and sometimes it kind of like stalls. You just have to give it time, like anything in life. So I think that's really helped me in my life, is knowing that you don't get everything overnight. You do not. Sometimes you don't get things you want in like a year, but if you stick around, it works out. That's for sure. It's taken me a long time to get things, some things I wanted, and consistency is key, and just staying real, the whole time. It helps. Because people I've always seen in barber shops, and really, they can't stand not doing the greatest every day, or they don't like when someone else does something more than them. And I always just go with the flow. Just like, hey, I'm not worried about what you're doing. I'm just going to do me. So that's what I do. I don't really worry about other people. There was a live stream I was on last night, and this guy was like, he was, driving pretty hard to the hoop. Hang on a second, on this girl. So, someone was messaging me about a car I got my car crashed into. Anyway, I think I'm going to end this here in a minute, because I was hoping someone would just pop in and comment. But anyway, everyone's different, and I know like the world's full of just desperate guys. And so I was watching this live last night, and these people are really cool. Like they're a public subscriber, so they're on my subscribers list. If you would ever check that out, the family. And anyway, this dude was like damn near borderline harassing this chick, like, oh, I want to marry you, I'm your girlfriend, and all this stuff. And she was like, I never even seen you in this chat before. Tried to like she's pretty real. It's a real, really real. And it's like, just subscribe first. And it's funny because when I was kind of watching, you could tell she's getting a little annoyed about the whole hey, I'm going to come down there and marry you type thing, just out of fucking nowhere. And and she was like, yeah, just subscribe to my channel first. And I was like, whatever his name was, don't remember. I was like, oh, nope, I've already subscribed. Too bad. And it started this long line of people chiming in about how it's almost like starting an argument in their chat when I was just joking around. She knew it because we talk a lot, and it's like, oh, you started a little argument in the chat. It's like, yeah, that's how crazy people are. They're desperate people, and I'm not. I just thought it was funny, that like we're sitting back, they're not deleting this guy's comments because they're not like really kind of, they're not like sexual or anything, but it was just all the damn, like, how many times are you gonna try to come down here and marry me before like fucking is that all you gotta say? And so I was like, oh no, I've already subscribed, so I'm ahead of you. This is a joke. We both got it, but no one else did. And it just flew over the top of everyone else. And it was like, nope, I done subscribed a week ago. People are hilarious. I just laugh. I just laugh at people anymore. It's all you can do, especially the ones where you see it's like maybe try to make some type of real life connection with someone, and it's like it's what people don't get. And I just thought it was cool that she was like, kind of saying, "Have I ever seen you in here before?" No. That would be fun, I think, to be a female that does live chat, because they get a lot of, they could be married to anyone. You have 1,000 boyfriends. Me, I only just try to get one person to know I'm for real, and that's hard enough. So I'm good with that. But someone just messaged me about a car. I'm probably going to be looking into a car here soon. I just seen this is going for about an hour and a half, and I'll probably cut it here soon because I kind of want to move on. I've been either really busy at work, really busy with like hanging out with my granddaughter, or really busy being in pain from the old car accident. So I think today I'm going to try to check out this song I've been trying to put together. But I do appreciate everyone that's come through. I see there was way more people in here earlier. There's actually a pretty good chat going on for a while. I was wishing a few people would have joined in. When you see someone and they only send like a comment, and I get it though, because I've done that. I guess I was about to say that, and I'm kind of guilty of that. I did that the other day, but I was like tired. I was asleep. I don't even know what the hell I was doing. But yeah, so I was about to say, you see someone and they send like one comment, and then you reply almost immediately, and it's kind of, maybe they pulled a drive-by on you. But I'm guilty of doing that, like at least once here lately. But I don't judge people if they want to comment. It was actually cool talking to a couple of these people here earlier. So if anyone does want to comment, I'm not going to be really on here much longer. I usually am at work when I go live, but I thought, and it's all good, like not worried at all, period. But I thought I was talking to someone. They said they were going to come through, but it is all good. So does not matter at all. Like, I get it. We all have things going on. So it is no big deal. But it would have been a lot cooler if they did, type of thing. But that's life, I mean, what is that song? You don't always get what you want, but you can get what you need. So, if you try. And that's who I am. I try pretty good, and see people just kind of popping in and out now. So I wish they were like Roman or Jesse or someone earlier, Big Apple. they made a comment, and that's cool. I mean, like I'm not like going to come through the screen and hate on you if you. A couple people were saying kind of crazier stuff earlier, and I was just I don't know if they saw I wasn't getting offended and they like deleted their message or whatever that was, but it's like I listen to people all day, so you're not going to offend me by anything that you say. I'm pretty easy to get along with, so easy going. And but I noticed that earlier someone sent a message on here, and it was kind of stupid, but it's the internet. And I was just like, yeah, so we can work on swapping moms, I guess. And they like deleted the comment. I don't know, maybe I was supposed to get all offended or something. I don't know what they had in mind, and it doesn't really matter now because they're long gone. Like that comment they made, they just deleted it. I try to think like, am I going to leave a comment on someone's live that I'm going to immediately want to delete? Nope. No. I don't. So I'm pretty respectful in that aspect. I'm not ever going to come through anyone's chat and say something just fucking, I don't know. That a couple of those were kind of gross. It's like, what? I mean, so I'm a guy, and I am not gay. Just put that out there. So I get it. If you want to make gay comments, hey, I'm not against gay people. So, but I don't really lean into any type of convo like that. So, not gonna pull me. Not going to make me change sides or anything like that. But everyone's different, so maybe he thought this was like the beginning of a porno movie or something. He was ready to dive on in there or whatever he was doing in his dark little apartment somewhere. But I'm probably getting ready to go. I'm glad that people keep coming in and out, and I was halfway hoping there'd be like one more convo in the chat, but it's all good. It's all good. So definitely understandable, and I'll probably try to go live tomorrow at work. Unfortunately, I can't pay attention to the chat when I'm at work. So I was glad I could be here and pay attention to the chat earlier, because there are some really cool people in there, and you could be one of them right now. So things are kind of coming and going right now. There was more people actually hanging on the live earlier. So, and I appreciate that. That was pretty cool. Like I was telling that Roman, it was not one of the most interactive chats I had, but it's up there, top 2, top 3 for the couple weeks I've been doing live. And I was talking to someone earlier I haven't seen in a while, so that was pretty cool. I mean, I'll have to get with them, I think, and check them out. Check that dude out. But I was hoping maybe someone else would enter the chat there, but it's no big deal. It's no big deal at all, because I understand everybody just you have your own thing going on, your own life and your own time. So I don't try to get in interrupting people's lives or times. So just respect it's all about respect, for real. I have a lot of respect for people. So, I mean, would it have been cool if someone come through that said they might or would? Yeah, sure, but maybe next time, So that's how that goes. Hopefully, we have nothing but time, to communicate or get to know each other better, because I'm an open person and I'm an honest person. Like, I'm not big on lying. So if I say something, I'm saying it like from my heart because I mean it. And people will find that out because I do what I say. And I really think about respecting the way people think. Even if I don't agree with them, I still respect them. Maybe we'll agree on everything else, So you got to respect people. You got to give them time and space, and that's one thing I'm big on. I'm not a desperate person. So I prove what I say. So if I ever tell you something and you don't believe it, because that's the truth. I've never been big into lying. I mean, honesty is the best way to go. And I've never been someone that could say something and not do it, because I've always had to prove what I do. I think from all the years of doing my job, I've never been able to say I'm going to do something and not do it. Unfortunately, when I was younger, I'm like, man, everything I say, I have to prove. But now, later in life, it's just like a natural thing. It's like, I am sincere and I'm honest. So I don't ever say anything that I do not mean. And that goes a long way, because I'm always, trying to be positive, and I'm always trying to hope, for the best for people. And I just find it easier to get along with people. I mean, if you show them what you say is exactly what you mean, that's what you do, I don't have a need to hide anything. So there's no secrets, and I just feel that's a better way to go. Yeah, maybe sometimes I might be a little too personal, but I just feel that's a way for someone to know that, hey, I'm real, and I'm a thoughtful person, and I don't get into being desperate. I don't get into being angry over anything really. It's just not the way I am. I've never really been someone to get angry, because I don't even like it when I've had to, when I really have a problem with someone, because it leads to more problems. But I do appreciate the people that's commented And I always say, if you leave a comment or if you subscribe to this channel, I do subscribe back, and I do pay attention to people. So just letting everyone know that I do care, and it's been a little minute now since people come in, but it's been a minute since anyone's commented. So I'm just going to go right now. A couple other things that I need to start doing. It is my day off, but hey, and like I mentioned a time or two, but I want to mention one more time before I go. If you come through and you don't say anything, or if I've talked to you and you said you'd come through and you didn't, I'm not worried about any of that. It's all good. It'll be tomorrow, right? If we live in God, Lord willing. Lord willing, there's going to be tomorrow, right? Don't take that for granted, though. Do not take that for granted. There's been a lot of people in my life I thought I'd see tomorrow, and that didn't happen. That did not happen at all. And I'll talk to them tomorrow. And now I go out and I talk to them. They're down there, in the ground. So don't take your life for granted, but really try to live your life too. Know who you can live it with, and that's the key part. Don't fill your life up with a bunch of random people. It's what I always tell my daughter, because she thinks she needs a whole lot of friends, and a whole lot of friends isn't really the best thing to have. You just need to recognize the good people, and sometimes that's hard, but over time you can tell good from bad. So, but I am about to roll out and cut this off. I do appreciate people that come through, and it doesn't matter if you're only like the 2 or 3 or 4 people. If you do want to comment, that's always open, welcome. I'm not going to, I've had people for some reason before tell me like I can be intimidating. I don't know why. I'm not trying to be intimidating, but I've heard that, like, it's been from like females. I don't know why, but I'm not trying to be intimidating at all. I'm trying to be a good person, but I've heard that over the years from like really from females for some reason. Like, I'm not trying to be intimidating. I'm actually trying to be a good person. So try not to bother people. Like, I can kind of pick up on when to, kind of give someone their own space. But yeah, I noticed I did get some people the sub here. And before I turn this off, like I'll say one more time, if you want to comment, go ahead. I gotta check this way back here in the chat. I want to remember a couple of these people so I can hit their channels. In this vid, what was this dude? Way back here. Now, a few of these people have already been subscribed. Edits. All right, edits. I wonder if these are barbers. Got a lot of clips and cuts and stuff over here earlier. I'm gonna check them out. So I'm gonna check some of these channels out. But yeah, if you do want to say anything, like if you're just in here, don't worry about I'm not going to intimidate you through a phone. I don't even really 100% know what that means. I'm just had, and I've always known it's been females, like females tell me that. I don't know why. Because that's the last thing I've tried to be. And it's always been like something where you're trying to get along with someone. I've noticed over the years, and they're maybe like, "Oh, I just think you're intimidating." Like, what? I don't understand. But they won't tell you the truth. I'm honest, so if I ever thought someone was intimidating or something, I let them know why. But I don't really come across many people that I think that about. So I just tried to be a thoughtful person and respectful. And besides that, I always see this game happen. I've noticed that sometimes toward the end of a live stream, where you see maybe 2 or 3 people come in, and then you like hope maybe they'll comment. So you can just talk to some random person, or maybe it's someone you know and they're just not commenting. So I think I'm gonna end that game right now. So it's the end game. I appreciate the people that did come through and comment. I'm gonna stop thanking the 2 or 3 or 4 people that pop in here are going to say anything, and I'm just going to roll out. So hope everyone does have a good day, and I will be going live sometime, I'm sure, tomorrow from work. The only problem is I don't communicate with the chat like I do when I'm just standing here, I noticed. So either way, appreciate everyone, and I'm gonna hop off here. I appreciate everyone that did subscribe, stopped by, and made a comment. It was a pretty good interactive chat. So I'm just gonna go, and we'll see everyone. Maybe we'll see some people that I didn't see this time. Who knows? But appreciate it, and just going to try to have a good day, everyone, and just live your life and be honest, be sincere with people. And I will see everyone maybe tomorrow. Check this out.